Hi. So today I'm going to show you a number of different items that I've picked up during my travels from different places in the world, and I thought I'd share with you the story behind why I got them, where I got them and how I got them. So, right, what to start with? Okay, I'll start with this. So when I was in school, I did politics for A level, and we had a trip to Russia, and everybody who did history and politics had the opportunity to go to Russia, and luckily I went. And while we were there, everybody, wanted to get a set of Russian dolls because it's kind of like a really good souvenir to get from Russia. And I've never really liked the design of Russian dolls. I like the concept that one goes into the other and that they get smaller as you go through. I love that concept, but I've never seen a design of one that I've actually really liked until I came across this one, which I saw on the last day we were there in Moscow. And I'd already come to terms with the fact that I didn't think I was going to be buying a set of Russian dolls to take home with me, but then I saw these bad boys, and I love the Beatles, I always have done, and it was like these were calling to me. It's like these are the ones that I was meant to get. Bit cheesy, I know, but that's how I looked at it at the time. And I managed to haggle the guy down to quite a reasonable price. I can't remember what the price was to begin with now, it was so long ago. Anyways, so they're in their Sergeant Pepper's outfits. It starts off with John Lennon holding, I guess, a guitar with no strings. And inside is Paul McCartney. Inside Paul is George Harrison. Sorry. George has always been my favourite Beatle. Yep. So I love the way he plays guitar, and the way he plays sitar as well, the sitar. And he was always like very quiet compared to the others. He was the strong, silent one. And I've always kind of loved that about him. Oh. Sorry. And then Ringo inside. I've never been a big fan of Ringo. I know a lot of people think, he's a lot of people's favourite Beatle, but I've never been a huge fan of Ringo. Ever since I heard Octopus's Garden, I've never been a fan. But of course, he was integral. Integral. And then the last one is just a little guitar with no strings again. Okay, next one is, I'll do these. These are my cowboy boots that I bought when I first went to New York, Manhattan, and I bought them from a shop in Soho. It was either Soho or Greenwich. I think it was Soho. And similarly, it was my last day there when I bought them, and I spent ages deciding whether I wanted to buy them, because like one foot was the display model, so it was quite stretched out. The leather had become quite stretched out from people trying it on, and the other shoe was came out fresh out of the box in the bag, and it was really tight on my foot because nobody had put it on before. So I spent ages walking around the shop with both shoes on, trying to decide whether I should get them, and just, you know, eventually the leather will even out and mould to my feet. I spent ages deciding, but yeah, eventually I did get them, and I'm glad I did, because I do really like them. I've worn them quite a lot, and they've evened out. Like they fit fine now. It's just sometimes they're a bit slippy when it's raining, so I don't really wear them as much as I used to, because they're not hugely comfortable. I remember quite soon after I bought them, I went to Edinburgh for the Fringe Festival, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and Edinburgh is quite hilly. So in Scotland it's really quite hilly, and I was like slipping walking up these hills in the rain. I was so scared. I had to get my friend to walk behind me when I was walking up these really steep hills, because I was just terrified I was going to fall over and just roll down the hill. I slipped a few times, but it wasn't like a big tumble or anything. Really stiff leather. I love the sounds that they make. It's 1883 by Lukish. If anybody knows how to pronounce that, let me know. Luceish. I think it's quite a famous American brand of boots. I almost bought another pair of boots actually when I went to Spain. I went to Madrid with my sister and my cousin, and it was a beautiful pair, and like Spanish leather, and all the embroidery on it was like with coloured thread, and it had like beads woven in as well in the embroidery. They're amazing, but my sister didn't think I should buy them, and we had a big argument about it, and I never ended up getting them. But they were amazing. But these are great as well. These are amazing too. And they got all scuffed at the front because I wore them to a classic rock and roll night at this club in Sheffield, and they got really scuffed. But yeah, that's all part of having a pair of shoes that will last a lifetime, isn't it? Okay. Next thing is, take this one next. So recently I went to Mauritius with my family, and this is their national flower. Mauritius is a small tropical island off the coast of South Africa. So it's on the eastern side of South Africa, right next to Madagascar. It's a small tropical island called Mauritius. Oh, and it's beautiful. It's amazing, really hot, exotic, amazing beaches with like white, soft kind of sand that's like powder. And I got this there. It's quite big inside, and it's made of wicker. Well, kind of like a bamboo mat kind of material. I don't think it's wicker, and I don't think it's bamboo either. It's like some sort of variant of those two things. It's got these big wooden bead handles. It's very lightweight. I reckon reckon it's quite fragile, so I never put anything too heavy in it when I use it. Sorry, I keep looking outside. A lot of people like walk their dogs here and go on walks around here, and just like to people watch sometimes. Not in a freaky way or anything. Not in a creepy way. There's some geese as well out there. Some Canadian geese that they just don't migrate anymore. They don't migrate anymore. They just stay here all year, whether it's snowing or summer or anything. I don't understand why they don't migrate anymore. They're cool though. I think they look really nice. Okay. The next one is it's a couple of items from India. I've been to India a few times, but the time I got these items in particular was when my cousin was living there. My cousin was living in Delhi for about 4 or 5 years, and she took us to this market in the old part of Delhi, and I got these earrings from there. And it was quite a small shop, and all the walls were lined with different pieces of jewellery, particularly earrings. They had a lot of earrings, and I bought quite a few pairs because I really liked it there. So I'll show you this pair because I really like it because it reminds me, it's kind of got a Native American influences almost. It's a feather with like a dark browny red jewel on top. And there's these ones, which are, it's called tiger stone. And it's like a kind of brown marble effect stone. And it's supposed to keep off evil eye. And then there's these ones. These ones are, I think they're Rajasthani design, Rajasthan in India. Oh, I can't get it open. They are cool. Like little bells. They look really good. I like them, especially when I have short hair. They make a nice sound. I don't know if you can hear the geese from outside, they're chirping. I keep a lot of these earrings in. I'm not sure if I showed you before. This little tin, which is also from India actually. engraved with something. It's like a, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's got like a little engraving. I don't remember that being there. Oh. Okay, I think that's all for today, but I will see you next time.